So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our finale. And first, yeah, you. Who was it? Was you? You, yeah. One person is looking forward to it. That's great. That's great. Ah, two. Perfect. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome you to the New Mobility World here at the IAA. And the New Mobility World is a platform for the mobility of the future. And as I told you, now we have a finale. And we need an atmosphere for a finale. So I would ask you for a first round of applause. And I need, wait. I need a high level, yeah, because the startups are waiting backstage and they need your energy. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our big finale. Woo, yeah, oh yeah. Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, together with the startup Sesame, that is Europe's largest alliance of tech events, the New Mobility World has created an international challenge for mobility startups called New Mobility World Lab17. All of this was initiated by the VDA as a way to bring together startups, SMEs, and automotive companies to support innovations in the area of new mobility. We have 10 international startup teams pitching in the final round, and they are battling for prizes valued at over 100,000 euros. Yes, yeah, that's amount of money here. Yesterday we had freshmen here on stage, 5 startups, and today we have the seniors here on stage, 5 startups as well. But before we get to know them, I would like to ask the founder and CEO from Startup Sesame on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ben Costantini. Yay! I'm fine, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
We talked about that before, backstage. Yesterday, we had the freshmen here on stage.
Yeah.
After that, there was a little bit party, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, then let us talk about the freshmen. You were in the audience. Did you like it?
Yes, it was very good. The level was really high. And I know that the judges had a hard time to pick the winner.
Okay, yeah, they flipped a coin. They
even had to, yeah.
Because the level was...
very hard, yes.
Yes.
Tie between 2 companies.
So Ben, at the moment in the field of new mobility, there is so much potential. What opportunities do you see for startups?
Well, this is a very exciting time, you know. Back in 2004, Google Maps was the major innovation in this industry and the car manufacturers were not here. But today, there is a similar, you know, moment in time, and they are available, they are ready to do it. So for startups, particularly working in AI, blockchain, VR, AR, any deep tech innovation that requires fast pace, you know, fast speed, there's an immense, you know, opportunity. It's a very large market. Like the 10 manufacturers, you know, are worth like the GDP of Canada. It's a really big market and a great opportunity.
So tell us, why are these challenges like the lab so important?
I think it's one of the best way to pick up, you know, those companies that are hot, current, that are happening now. You want to present them to the audience in a way that is different, more engaging, and confront them to the expertise of judges. Is, you know, for you, it's like, okay, this is a great business model, but they're also very good at defending it, you know, at like selling the pitch, and having this opportunity, like this capacity of storytelling is very important for an entrepreneur. So I think it's an important thing to have those competition.
And the feedback was great. The challenge was well received. There were entries from over 25 countries. So tell us about the quality. How would you rate the quality of the entries?
Well, the quality was very high. We had 150 applicants, and it was very hard actually to make the decision. We had over 30 judges online evaluating the different startups. And down the line, since it's so hard to really pick up, you know, with such a high quality. You don't want to bring too many companies. You want to really bring the best one. We also took into account having a diversity of services and products represented. I think you will see this today, as it was the case yesterday as well.
So we will have high quality here on stage.
Exactly.
So yeah, now this is maybe difficult to ask you now to sit down, but
it's okay. I have some friends around.
Okay, where will you sit? So I can.
Maybe there, over there, over there.
Okay. Oh, lots of friends. Okay, here's like come. Okay, great, Ben. Then thank you very much, and we're looking forward to a great finale. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ben. So you can clap your hands now again, because I would like to ask our jury here on stage. So please welcome the jury. Attention, please. Attention, please. Hi. Hi. Maybe you go. No, just go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. And hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hi. So we start with Yann. You are Yann?
Yes.
Perfect. I would like to ask you to introduce yourself to the audience. So Yann, who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Tell us everything.
Well, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Yann de Vries. I'm a partner with Atomico. We are a global venture capital fund based in London that was started by Niklas Zenström 10 years ago. And our goal is to try and back really extraordinary founders that want to build a global business, and we want to help them become the global category winner. So we have a global platform with the US, Japan, China, Brazil, and a strong operating team to help and back you.
Sounds great. Kate, you're next.
Great. Hi, so my name is Kat Borlongan. I am one of the co-founders of 5x5, which is an innovation consultancy that works with corporates who want to work with startups at scale. So essentially, we specialize in all forms of startup partnerships that are outside of equity. So co-development, distribution partnerships, as well as vendor relations. So that's me.
Holger, it's your turn.
I'm Holger Weiss, founder and CEO of German Autolabs, which is a startup itself, but they didn't ask me to pitch it today, so I have to be a judge. On another part of my life, I'm a venture partner with Target Partners, which is another VC fund from Berlin, Munich, and so I maybe understand a little bit about startups from both sides.
Great to have you here. So, to the tallest person here on stage. Yeah,
I think
it
I'm
is.
cheating.
It is. Laura.
My name is Laura Grimmelmann, and I'm an investor with Accel Partners. We are a global venture capital firm that was originally founded in Silicon Valley in the 1980s, and since the early 2000s, we've been active in Europe out of the London office, where I'm based as well. We've been very active investors in the mobility space, as well as in autonomy. We've most recently done investment in Deep Map, for instance, which is a deep mapping startup. So really excited to be here and to see the startups that are pitching.
Jerry, it's your turn.
My name is Jerry Yann. I'm the general partner of the Hardware Club, so we're a venture capital firm based in Paris. Just in case you're curious, I'm not related to the co-founder of Yahoo, who is a totally different person. And so we specialize in investment in early-stage hardware startups, 60% in Europe and the rest of them in North America.
Perfect. Last but not least, Henri.
I'm Henri. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called B10. We're a venture capital firm out of Berlin. We invest in very early-stage companies. Our recent exit was a company called CarJump that we sold to PSA Group half a year ago.
Perfect. It's great to have you here. And now you're allowed to sit down, and I'm sure they give you a round of applause for sitting down. Yeah, this is a tough thing. So take your chair, and ladies and gentlemen, now we start with the finale. So as I told you, we have 5 startups ready to come on stage, and first they will have a pitch, 4 minutes, and after that 4 minutes as well. They have a Q&A with our jury. So please give them again energy. We start with the first startup. It's a startup from Germany. Please welcome Evo Park. Hi. Welcome. So this is your position.
Thank you.
This is your audience. This is a jury. And there you can see the time. 4 minutes. And the time starts now.
Hi, everybody. We are Evo Park. My name is Martin. We specialize in parking. All of us have already heard a lot about the current megatrends that we're facing. But the parking sector, in many cases, is not yet ready for these megatrends. For example, we've got electrification. Therefore, we need charging stations, especially in car parks. And we also need a platform to pay for it. Next, we've got connectivity. Cars are now able to communicate with the environment. Of course, this means they also have to be able to communicate with parking management systems. Then we've also got autonomous driving, and cars that can drive autonomously also have to be able to park autonomously. Last but not least, we've got shared mobility, which means people are using different vehicles to get around. So they also need a digital hub where they can switch. For example, where they can switch from a car to a bike or the other way around. Our platform specializes in off-street parking at the moment, and we offer a solution for all these challenges. We can do parking information live on customer side and also operator side. We've got for the customer seamless access, easy entry and exit. We can implement any kind of pricing because we've got live data also on customer side and operator side. And on the platform, we can integrate any kind of value-added service, like, for example, washing or getting new petrol while you're parking. Also, as we are the crossroads of all data streams, we can do loads of analytics to make the product even better for the customer. And in the future, we will also be able to build machine learning algorithms to, for example, do forecasts for availability. Currently, our network already covers over 65% of the top 20 German cities, and which means we acquired more than 41,000 parking spots and have processed more than 200,000 parking transactions. Of course, we are working with several partners. On the one hand, the operator companies, and on the other hand, also other companies with whom we do either white label solutions or co-branded solutions. One example is this. We had a very successful pilot with Daimler in Stuttgart. For the customer, the experience is very nice. We've got seamless navigation to the car parks. We've got easy entry and access to the garage. Also, the access is very easy, the exit. And we've got either RFID technology, it's a small card placed on the dashboard, or license plate recognition. And our retail partners in the cities can even give credits on parking fees. So in the end, you can save money. Once a month, you get an invoice, which you can conveniently pay online. So it's very nice and convenient. For the mobility partners, we've got a user base we can offer and a homogeneous infrastructure towards the operator companies. And for the garage operators, we can give them more customers that come more often and also stay longer because it's all more convenient now. So as you can see, there's something in it for everyone. Thanks.
Perfect. 50% done.
Nice.
Now we have the other 50%. 4 minutes time for the jury to ask you questions, and I hope you will answer them.
I hope so too.
Great. So 4 minutes. Here we go.
Yes.
Are you a marketplace, or are you acquiring customers on both sides, or are you just relying on your partners to go and acquire the customers?
We do both. At the moment, we work more with the partners because they've each got their own interests, why they would acquire customers and what special kind of product they would offer. We had our own marketing. At the moment, we're doing less because the partners' products are accepted really well, like the Daimler project I showed.
So Parking is a quite popular topic at the moment. There's a lot of parking companies. 3 words, what makes you different? What is your USP?
We can work with all operator companies. Yeah, it's convenient for the customer because we have one access medium. It's just this parking card. You place it in your car. You don't need anything else. There are competitors. Some use different methods of access, where some get license plate, some have the card. In some garage, you need to have a QR code. We've got one medium, and that goes for all garages. So you always know what to do.
I could imagine there's a lot of costs related to the car or to equipping the parking garage with your hardware. Who's bearing these costs? I think this is sort of an entry for your customers to work with you. How do you deal with this?
You mean who pays for the hardware at the garage?
On both sides, on the consumer side, in case there's something required, and also on the garage side.
On consumer side, with the partner products, the partners pay for the hardware. It's this plastic card, and we get money from the partners, so it's free for the customer. Our own product costs a €5 fee, but if you don't want this, you can choose the partners' products. Like, for example, Accel has their own product, and it's free. On operator side, it depends. In some cases, the operator pays it. In some cases, sometimes even the owner of the garage pays it. This can be a city or an investor. And in some cases, we pay it, and the operators give us a very small percentage of the revenue, which we can then use to pay for the hardware.
Actually, kind of building on that, could you maybe elaborate a little bit more on your overall business model and what your pricing approach is when you pitch to operators?
Yeah, on operator side, we've got this small percentage. Most of the time, it's between 3 and 6%. We've got other means of income. For example, the parking credits for the retailers I mentioned. The retailer can buy the credits from us and then give them out to the customer. And then, depending on the type of the project, we also get project budgets. So we've got several means of income. Also, the Evo Park branded product costs a sign-up fee and a fee per transaction. Yeah, and we also have a business product which has like an insurance added and so on, and that costs a monthly fee as well. So every customer has the right product for them to choose, and some are free and some aren't.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Going back to the competitive dynamics, is there any kind of barrier to entry you're able to build by having exclusive relationships with parking operators, or how does this market work?
The operator market?
Yeah, so are you able to sign up, say, parking operators exclusively? So are you able to build some barriers against your competitors in defensibility?
Well, all this is a lot based on network, and of course also the technology. On the technical side, the partners we work with are less the operators themselves. Yeah.
It was a shock in the first row. Like, who's dying? No one is dying. You're done, and it was perfect. Thank you very much. A round of applause. Yay! Wait. I have. You were the first one here on stage. How was it for you? Easy?
It was nice. It was nice? Good, yeah.
So I have another question for you. So you're from Cologne, right?
Yes.
Me as well. So
nice.
Yeah. You have to do with car parks. So where in Germany do I find the most beautiful car park station, or what do you think?
Well, there are a lot of beautiful car parks, actually.
Yes.
Some are more beautiful than one could imagine.
What is your favorite? Where do I find it?
I'm not sure if I am allowed to say. Not that. No. Okay. Well,
you can say
most of the shopping centers have really nice car parks.
Which one? Tell me one.
Gerber Stuttgart.
Okay. So I will go to Stuttgart next time, and I have a closer look for that. Okay. Thank you very much. Our first finalist here on stage. Thank you. So you can relax now. And we continue with the second startup. And the second startup is from Munich, and the name is TerraLoupe. Warm welcome. Oh. So, this is your remote control. This is your position.
Thank you.
4 minutes for the pitch, and we start now.
Hi, my name is Manuela. I'm the founder and CEO of TerraLoupe, and what we do is we digitize the environment. So we are an AI startup that uses aerial images and detects what's in there. So, for example, imagine that there's a really nice aerial image. And you see, as a human being, you can see many things in there. So you can see roads, you can see trees, cars. The problem is that as a human being, you are the single source that knows what is in that image, because the image itself is dumb. There's no content available. And this is what TerraLoupe changes and revolutionizes right now. So we can and we know how to do that. We do it in 5 steps. We have a huge partner network that do the data acquisition. So we use aerial images taken by planes or also by drones. We process that data, so it means we do a georeferencing. We know exactly where each road edge or pavement is located, also with height, so we do in 2D and in 3D. And then we use the neural networks to do a great job in the end and detect everything. We process that, and you will find a huge platform in the end where you can, as a customer, buy that data and receive that with that platform. So why autonomous driving, or why we are here, is we work now for the OEMs. We give them the information where exactly the road is, the pavement is, for the autonomous car, because safety is the most important part and comfort is the second one for autonomous driving. Today, it's done by terrestrial images. So there are cars driving around. Google here, everybody knows these guys. But the problem is that information is missing. You can imagine there's a road, and there are parking cars right on the side of the road. And behind that parked cars, there's the bicycle lane and pedestrian walk. And from the perspective of the car, you can't see that. You don't know that there is behind these information. And this is the add-on we generate for them. Same for, I think, one of the first things what would happen is that autonomous cars should park themselves. So you want to go to the restaurant, you want to get off the car, and the car should go to the parking lot, and you don't have to take care of that. Therefore, the car, of course, needs sensors. That's one part. But the second part, it needs to know where it could park. So that's very important for the car. And this is why we can get that information, because same thing. To get information, you need images. Therefore, you need to see the lanes at the parking lots. Normally, cars are parked there. You can't see that. From that aerial point of view, you can't see that. We do that in 3-centimeter resolution, so really, really high resolution, and therefore it's very, very accurate. We do that also for a lot of other use cases. For example, we just digitized Harvey. So the Hurricane Harvey or the Hurricane Irma, the damages of all houses there was done within 72 hours. We could give the insurance companies the information what the overall damage would be. With TerraLoupe, you will learn many new things, interesting things. For example, did you know that in Germany we have 485,000 pools? So that's just a short side cut. So we have a very cool team. We're 25 people right now from all over the world. We are very international. And most of them are AI specialists. Our CTO worked for more than 7 years at Fraunhofer, so this is why we have that very cool, innovative idea of AI. Thank you very much, and my time is over.
Yes. Okay, so I'm behind you.
Oh, and I have 4 seconds, sorry.
4 seconds, yeah, you can. You want to have 4 seconds now?
No, fine.
Okay, so now not 4 seconds, 4 minutes for the jury, and we start now.
I have 2 questions, actually. First of all, how do you deal with dynamic content? So the environment changes, so I guess you can't take a picture every minute. Second question is, in order to apply neural networks, you need to know the truth. So what is this object in real life? So you need to train the system. What's the data you use for training your system?
Okay, maybe I'll start with the first question. Of course, it's very important to have a general content. So there are two ways. First of all, we digest also terrestrial images because we can use the same or trained algorithms for that. But we have also great new ideas. For example, we use drones. We call them friends of the cars, so they will fly in front of the cars and take these images. So you have then updated images all the time. And the second question was
about the training of the neural network. So
yes.
What's the real data that you use, the truth data?
So we use several different kinds of data sets. So for example, we use now data sets from cities in Germany, but also from cities in the US to digest that. Was that question, or what's
Yeah, if that's your solution, yeah, that's the answer.
I guess for me, the obvious question is that, are you providing live intelligence to the users? Like, are all the data live, updated?
It's not real-time data. So it's the data set you use behind in the maps. So what we do is that we give information to the HD maps. So I think your question was if it's...
So you're going to fly drones like all the time to get the data?
The partners, yes. The partners are doing that. So we have...
So let's say each drone can cover like 50 minutes, I don't know, like 10 kilometers, and then you have to recharge them. You have like a fleet of 10,000 drones, like
exactly
covering the city of Hamburg, or...
Yes, this is one of the plans in the future. So the one plan is you can use drones, 10,000, so every fifth or sixth car using a drone, flying in advance, and you use that. Or you can also, what you could do is planes flying every year. So this is also what is now already done. So for example, in Germany, every 2 years, planes going all over Germany and taking these images. So you have then a short-term update rate and a long-term completely
What is the
covered.
frequency of that update?
Pardon?
What is the frequency of that update? Between one update to the other one, how long does
So right now it's 2 years. Of
Okay.
course, with the drones, it will be then just probably less than days. So
Okay.
that's the future. But so to answer all your questions is, I think that was part of also your question, it's also done with terrestrial point of view. So you can mix that. The data fusion of terrestrial and aerial, that will be the future.
So actually, it's an add-on for a HD map. It's not possible to retrieve out of your data own HD map that would enable an autonomous driving car to drive.
It is a complete HD map. So we could deliver the complete HD map because we detect every object. So this is what we do. We can detect every lane marking, signs, really everything. But right now, we believe that a mixture of data is useful. So we use, as I said, aerial data. We use also LiDAR data. And we use other sensor data like infrared data. We can use also hyperspectral data that takes the construction material. So you detect that as well. So this will be a fusion in the future of all data sets. And important is now to develop these detectors, as you said before, to be very fast in digesting all that info. Because we talk about a huge amount of data. So you can imagine one city or just a motorway, the accuracy is really high, so that there is a huge set. But now it's possible, so that's the cool news.
You said you can analyze any object, but that also means that you can analyze any person. So my question is, how do you deal with issues on privacy and image rights?
May I have the 4 seconds?
No. No, it's over. We always do a high five. Yes, and usually the audience is clapping their hands after a presentation. Yes. So, good job. We have something in common. We both have stripes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you just mentioned a team of 25 colleagues, right? Are they with you? No.
Yeah, there's one.
Where? One?
and the other two over there. Great.
Okay. So what do you think about the pitch presentation? Yes. So you're on Facebook Live or what? Not live, but very soon. Okay, great.
Thanks.
So you can relax now. Maybe
Yep.
you can give me the remote control.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we clap our hands once more for you and your colleagues, of course. So there is a third team or third startup waiting, and please welcome from the USA, Lattis. Welcome on stage.
Hi, thank you.
Ready?
Yes.
Good. Then 4 minutes are about to start now.
Okay, my name is Jack, and my company is Lattice, and we're based in San Francisco. And the product that we're focusing on is bike share. So we think the bike share is a very important product for mobility, but there's a lot of issues with it right now. It's very expensive to deploy, it's very expensive to manage, and we think that we could do better with technology. So our solution is really a platform-based system. We want to be able to unify bike share and make it much cheaper to deploy. The way that we do that is kind of with 4 products. So the number 1 is Ellipse. It is our lock that we've developed. It's been out for about a year now. We're the market leader in this segment, and it's a self-powered lock, always connected. And then we have an end consumer app, which is the app that the user uses to be able to rent the bike. On the operator side, we have an operator app that the technician can use to manage the bikes. And then there's a web-based platform that allows the operator to manage everything from his bike share fleet, dealing with pricing, tickets, analytics, reporting. And then let's talk numbers. So we've deployed this fleet about 3 months ago. We have $8 million worth of ARR in our qualified pipeline. These are the customers that we're working with right now in Silicon Valley, and we're deploying this system in Europe in the coming weeks. On the lock sales side, we're doing $100K a month on selling locks. We are distributed in major retail in the US, Best Buy, REI. We're doing distribution here in Europe and in Japan. And our business model is pretty straightforward. It's a SaaS-based model. Operators purchase the lock from us, and then there's a service fee that's attached to it based on the plan that they take. So anywhere from $10 a month all the way up to $50 a month per lock. And we're targeting a massive opportunity. This is a $6.6 billion industry year over year, and it's fast growing. 2016 alone has showed more growth than the last few years. From a competitive standpoint, we want to do something different than kind of the existing systems. Right now, everything is really top-down, very vertically integrated, where operators own the bikes, they do the management, they run the whole operation. We want to invert that and make it a kind of a bottom-up approach, where we offer a hyper-outsourced platform. We provide the tools for operators to be able to deploy their systems, and we keep ourselves to be very lean and very capital efficient. We see ourselves as being super defensible in the fact that we are able to grow our network without having to add more costs. So we can acquire more customers without having to purchase more bikes. So we can focus our business really on the platform itself and really make that user experience perfect for the end user. And then lastly, we have super good IP. We have IP filed with priority dates of 2013, both in the US and in Europe, both on the lock and on the platform. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you, Jack. This was round 1. Come a little bit closer to the jury, because they have a lot of questions, I assume. So, 4 minutes for the Q&A session. Let's go.
Sure.
Could you tell us a bit more about your team?
Yeah, so we are 20 people. We have an amazing team. One of our head of sales worked at Zipcar, and she took them from a small team to IPO. So she's running kind of our ops right now. And then our head of technology, our CTO, he's French, and then has 2 master's degrees in electronic engineering, and we've built all the technology in-house. Myself, I'm an aerospace engineer. I spent 20 years in the industry building planes, helicopters, even tanks for the Army. And so now we're developing this product.
So did I get this right, that on the one hand you're selling the lock as a consumer product, and on the other side you're using the same lock to enable fleet operators to manage the fleets?
Yeah, so the lock is kind of a consumer product, is a beachhead to the enterprise platform. So we launched that first. We built the enterprise platform on top of it. Same lock, but 2 different consumers.
Why don't you
Just-
switch off the? Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Why don't you switch off the B2C part and focus on the enterprise part only?
Yeah, we will once the revenues balance out. Then we'll pull one off the other. But having that distribution is also important for us because we're able to deploy bike share in days. Not like our lead time's not like 6 months, how some of the other operators are happening right now.
Yeah.
So the long-term game is the B2C game or the B2B game?
B2B.
Actually, speaking of B2B, just so I understand it a little better. So I live in Paris and use bike share quite a lot. Would your client be, say, like JC Deco that operates the bikes, or would it be the city of Paris?
We can work both ways. Yeah.
Okay.
We are an investor in OFO, so it's obviously very interesting what you're doing. Are you enabling some of these other, let's say, companies to compete with them, and what edge do you give them with your solution?
So we're B2B or B2B2C. In some cases, we feel that our technology really lends itself well for e-bikes, for example, because our product is able to lock itself to infrastructure, not just locking the bike to itself. So, in the case where you just lock the bike up to itself, you can probably support loss rates of up to 10% because the bike cost is low. But if the bike cost is like an order of magnitude more expensive, you probably don't want to have those loss rates. So by locking it up to infrastructure, you kind of are able to reduce those costs. So that's where we see kind of our, our sweet spot when it comes to B2C deployments. But we can also do a full kind of dockless system. I mean, our platform is very flexible in that regard.
Is there a model where your platform could work without your lock prospectively?
Yeah, so I mean, the platform could work for scooters, for example. We can support third-party locks as well. So those are things that we've considered in our pipeline.
How much is the lock if I buy it as a consumer?
It's $199 US.
And the bomb?
$70. We're trying to bring it down. Yeah.
Any more questions?
No, we are locked.
Perfect. Hey, high five. Perfect. So, Jack, I have never thought that I would ask a man to take off his shirt, but could you maybe?
Sure.
Because that's a nice one. So I would like to know, you deal with bicycles in your job? Do you have a bicycle private? Yes, I guess so, yeah?
Yes.
What kind of bicycle? Because as we can see, there are lots of different bicycles.
So right now, I ride an e-bike to work,
Oh.
and yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's like riding downhill even when you're going uphill.
Great. Which color?
It's gray.
It's gray. Okay.
Yeah.
So there will be not a gray. There will be a loud round of applause for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck for later. So there is one more startup waiting, ladies and gentlemen, from Berlin. Please welcome High Mobility. Welcome on our stage. You're fine? Everything's great?
Okay.
Good. Then 4 minutes now.
Hi, my name is Jürgen Mainz from High Mobility. High Mobility is a developer platform for connected cars. So far, we just used to drive our cars, but this was boring. So now, the cars of the future, they will become programmable. There will be electric cars, there will be autonomous cars, and the cars will be connected. They will become smart cars, like smartphones. But what is necessary to make these cars smart? We need applications, services, obviously, but therefore we need a big developer community, an ecosystem. We need developer tools, and it has to be secure. So now imagine there is this developer, let's call him Cody. Cody gets a call from one of his customers, and this customer wants to offer services like predictive maintenance or trunk delivery, and he needs an application that talks to the car, can connect to the car. So Cody starts coding. But suddenly, and very soon, he discovers it's not so easy to develop apps for cars. Because first, he has absolutely no documentation. Second, he doesn't know how to connect to the car. And he doesn't have tools as he is used to. But then, even worse, all these cars, they have different APIs. So he can't just use or make one application that works on all these cars. So he's stuck. But then he discovers high mobility, of course. So what he sees there is a generic API, a car API, that works on all the cars. This is our job. So he can concentrate on this one app that works with all these cars. He has all the documentation, and he can use more than 100 functions already that we support. And all of this is documented, and there are SDKs for all the various operating systems. But then, to top it all off, and he's so excited about this, he can test his app in our car emulator. So in this car emulator, there are virtual cars that mimic completely the real cars. So if he has this app, and this app works in this emulator, then this app will also work in the real world. So Cody is in heaven. But now there is a second problem, and this is for the OEMs. The OEMs, they have to think about the future, what kind of applications they have to offer their customers. They know exactly that they have to offer applications and services. People demand it. But what should they do? They don't know what kind of application the customer needs in 2 years or 5 years. So this is where we come in, and we offer a complete developer community with over 500 developers already. We have 400 companies. They gain a lot of insights of these developers, what kind of API usage there is, and so on. So this is already working. For example, with these companies, we're making a big digital challenge right now with Daimler-Benz. And even here at the MeConnect convention, or convention, they are working all these hackers on our platform. So if you want to join, just go to our website, and thank you very much.
Wow, just in time. Perfect.
I saw it.
Great. So now you have 4 minutes
to
answer the questions, and here we go.
What's the real benefit for the automotive, so for the OEMs? So you elaborated on this, that you have this developer community, but from my experience, they are not super willing to open their platform to the outside world. They give you access via the ODB interface. That's common for everybody, but what kind of access do you have, and how do they benefit from it?
Yeah, ODB is completely different. ODB is mostly for reading data, and also ODB is very limited. So we go directly on the real car API. We could control the complete car, like as the OEM does. But the problem is, the OEM, first, there is not even one API for one brand, but there are APIs for each brand. So we solve this fragmentation issue. This is number one. Second, if they want to offer these services, it becomes a little bit like Nokia if they do it themselves. They're always running behind. So if they have the choice to work with a broad worldwide developer community, they can offer all these services and they benefit from it. So this is really what they want to do. And of course, it's not so easy to convince them, but as you see, we did already. So some of the world leading companies are already working with us, and there are some announcement in the near future of some others.
What were the key points to convince the OEMs to adopt your platform compared to others?
Well, actually, they don't even have to convert because they can do it side by side. They can use our APIs right beside their own APIs. So they can use their own APIs to make specific, brand-specific applications. but they can use our API to work with the broad developer community, and this is really what they need. It's a little bit like the iOS store or the Google Play Store, and it's a customer-driven demand. So the customer will just say, I want to use this app, and if the OEM can't offer this in their cars, then they have a problem. And so this is what they really see. It's a developer community that they can use to make these apps. Like, you can go over there, and you see how all these people are working on our platform to make application for the car of the future.
So you have a dual-sided business. On the one hand, you have the OEMs. On the other side, you have the developers.
Exactly.
That you have to bring on the platform. So how do you engage with developers? How do you get the developers on the platform?
Yeah, we have a lot of, this is a very important point. So we have to make it interesting for the developers. So therefore, we have to work with as many OEMs as possible. On the other hand, we have to work with as many developers as possible to make it interesting for the OEMs. And we are already at a critical point where it's so we have more developers than any car company has in this field. And we are engaging them via social media, via all these channels, the tech channels, and so it's very different than engaging OEMs, of course. But we're doing very well here. So we think we have, in a very short time, over 1,000 developers already.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit about the developer segmentation that you're going for? Because you say you're a developer platform, but the developers are an incredibly wide range. Are you aiming for more, say, I don't know, Stack Overflow developers that need maximum amount of onboarding and things like that, or more for, say, enterprise developers that are ready to do integrations?
We really don't care because we bring both sides together. So on our platform, we have now about 600 developers, but we also have 400 companies. There are startup companies. Over. Sorry.
Over and out. But it's my fourth high five.
Thank you.
Yes, and that's another round of applause for you. Great job. Thank you. But just say for a second, I would like to know, it wasn't your first pitch, I guess, right?
No.
No. So there were lots of pitches before. So what do you like about pitching, or you hate it? You can be honest now.
I always love it when it's over.
And I can tell you it's over now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can love it, you can enjoy it, and we see each other again later on stage.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy the round of applause now as well. So, thank you very much.
Thanks.
And there's just one more startup, and please welcome from Karlsruhe, Germany, Pace Telematics. Ah. Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Fingers are crossed, and everything is
Looks good.
fine for you? Okay, 4 minutes now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Martin Kern, founder and managing director of Pace Telematics. New mobility and the future of the automotive industry. We at Pace are convinced that this is all about connectivity and data. There's already today a big fight going on about who's going to own the data in the cars in future. Because owning the data in the cars will be the prerequisite for making money in automotive going forward. And that's the key reason why we started Pace. Our vision with Pace, on the one hand, is to make driving easier, safer, more comfortable and cheaper for the car driver. On the other hand, we're about to build the largest automotive data cloud in Europe. This, of course, has a huge potential for automotive aftermarket, insurance business, and so on. But let's look first at the opportunity. We're talking a lot about connected cars, but if you look on the streets, most of the cars are actually not connected. In Europe, over 95% of the cars today are still offline. This leads to a lot of problems. So the car driver has no access to the car of the data of his car. a workshop will lose the contact to the car as soon as it leaves the service bay. And third parties, like for example insurances, cannot build business models and value-added services with that data. The good news is there's a very easy solution, and it's probably not a big surprise for a lot of you. Most cars starting 1996, so even 20-year-old cars, have a standard interface called the OBD2 port to get access to that data. And that's what we leverage with PACE. The core element is actually this device. It's the PACE link. We developed it ourselves in collaboration with a German Tier 1 automotive supplier. It's made in Germany, fully tested and certified. And based on this, we can provide a lot of innovative functions. So let's look at what we can provide to solve the pain points of the car driver and also our B2B customers like workshops and insurances. For the car driver, we're actually currently offering 9 functions. It starts with things like an automated e-call. So we have an e-call, a retrofit e-call more or less. If you have an accident, you're unconscious, PACE can call for help and send the ambulance to your GPS position. You can log your trips with a tax-compliant driver's logbook. If that nasty warning light, engine check light is on again, PACE can explain you what's wrong with your car. It can have 5,000 different reasons. We're even adding more features to that. We just announced 2 days ago a collaboration with SAP. So we're going to integrate payment functions based on the SAP Vehicles Network to PACE so that you can pay for petrol and for parking, for example. Looking at the B2B briefly, for workshop, it leaves huge potential because it can be used as a customer retention tool. So you can read data from the car, send tailored messages to the car drivers. And also for insurance companies, PACE bears huge potential. They can improve their risk profile of their customer base by scoring people based on their driving behavior. They can reduce cost of damage claims, for example, by steering repair business based on our crash detection. So overall, you see, there's a huge potential. We have 140 million potential customers, a multi-billion-dollar market in aftermarket and insurance business. And to grab that potential, we have a very senior team in place with over 50 years of experience in the relevant fields. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you. Great. So this is the last Q&A session. They're ready? You ready too?
Yes.
So 4 minutes are starting now. Let's go.
Who's
awake? Awake?
Martin. OBD is a popular topic, and there are a couple of companies doing this with different focus. Why do you think that you can stand out with PACE other than building a brand with a lot of money?
Yeah. I think the one key differentiator is that we have the most comprehensive functions for the end consumer, because we are convinced that in the end the car driver will decide which device he has in his OBD2 port. And it's very easy to install, but it's very easy to unplug as well. So you need to have the maximum value add for the car driver. That's why we have all functions from e-call, driver's logbook, error code, a very comprehensive system. Plus, we offer it for a very competitive price. It's a one-time fee, no ongoing cost like in a lot of other models, because we're using Bluetooth and the mobile connection of the mobile phone. And the security standards are very high. That's the main reason why we developed the hardware ourselves, because we were not satisfied with the hardware that's out there. And if you compare like the 200 or 500 OBD2 solutions that you can buy, it's a little bit like comparing cars here. And if you compare like a Fiat car to a Porsche or to a Land Rover, it's just very different devices. So I think that's differentiating us a lot.
So what's your go-to-market strategy now?
Currently, we're mainly focusing on B2C, so we're selling directly to end consumers, but we're already having a lot of B2B discussions. So we have a B2B channel where we sell to fleet customers, and a B2B2C where we sell to workshops and to insurances and to roadside assistance clubs, for example, and they can sell a co-branded version of the PACE system to their customers, or they can give it away for free. A lot of, like, for example, used car dealers would give it away for free just to get the customer retention based on the service business afterwards.
So we've been seeing these kind of devices on the market for like almost 2 years now, big brands, small brands, startups, and I don't, as a hardware investor, I haven't seen really the market taking off. especially from the consumer side. Being consumer electronics is very, very difficult to sell consumer products. So what convinced you that there's really a market for this one? I mean, is there any reason? I mean, it's been 2 years, actually, 2 or 3 years.
You mean that there's a market for the product?
Yeah, for this kind of products. So they're
Yes. So, I mean, what we did a Kickstarter campaign. So we tested the response of the market very early on, before the product was even developed, and it was a really.
When was the Kickstarter campaign? When was it?
That was February to April last year.
Last year. So that's like a year and 2 months ago. You still believe that there's a need from the market for this product?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we even have a lot of new car buyers among our customers, because we offer features like the driver's logbook and the error code analysis that you don't get from a connected car. Plus, we have a manufacturer-independent platform. So if you drive a BMW today, an Audi tomorrow, or Mercedes the day after, you can always connect to the PACE world. And actually, the OBD2 link, like the PACE link, is just our first step. So we have already the proof of concept with a partner where you connect with your smartphone directly to the steering unit of the car with Bluetooth, so you don't need this anymore. In the end, this will be more or less the independent platform for all automotive needs going forward.
Just to confirm, are you saying that you're not going to need hardware anymore in the future? You can have all those services based on a...
Yes, you need to collaborate with the car manufacturer in that dimension. So we need to be able to connect directly to the head unit of the car, which we have one case that is still confidential, but we're going to announce still this year. And another opportunity is to connect to the back end of the car manufacturers. For example, BMW just announced BMW car data, where you as a driver can decide to give access to third parties on the data of your car.
Yeah, and another high five. Great job. Very good. So congratulations. It's done. But I have to ask, she, yeah? Is she?
She's PACE.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to say, usually when I'm in a TV studio or something like that, I'm used to spider cam. I'm used to steady cam, maybe a camera on a helmet. But I've never seen a leg cam, yeah? This is a beauty shot.
That's the new innovation.
Look at that. When I imagine all the camera guys in the studio now are filming or shooting. Perfect. So, you enjoyed it?
Yes, a lot.
Perfect. So, first of all, we have to say goodbye to the jury because they have to decide now who will be the winner. So, you're allowed to stand up now. A round of applause for you, and good luck for your decision. So, and I bring it to you. I bring it to you. So, and yeah, stay with me on stage. Because before we ask all the other startups on stage, I would like to give you information about the Me Convention. It's a Smart Urban Pioneers Idea Contest, and it takes place on Sunday. On Sunday, 2 p.m. at Smart Booth and 3:15 p.m. at Urban Stage. So that is information for you. And now I would like to ask all the startups on stage. Where are they? Backstage? In front of the stage? Under the stage? They're running? They're running. They're coming. I can feel them. No. There. Okay, maybe, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause. Our finalists. Great. So, fair play. Very good. So, now you are on stage. I would like to ask someone else on stage. I would like to ask Julian Karl on stage. Where is Julian Karl? There. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause. There are lots of round of applauses now, but... Okay, Julian, come to my side. You are from TechCode, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, and now we want to tell you what the winner will get. Yes? So, first of all, there's a, wow, that is amazing. TechCode. So, tech coach will be offering a trip to Beijing in November 2017, including, that's good, including flights, hotel costs, and local transport. The trip will include mobility, networking, and business matching events, as well as media promotion in China. I think. That's a nice prize. So this is prize number 1. Prize number 2 is from Gründerszene. 10,000 euros media package. Oh. Yes, nice one as well. And the third prize is coming from Edison, and there is a print ad in Edison magazine worth 7,000 euros. Nice one. And last but not least, it's the fourth prize from Beta House. 1 month of free co-working space for a team up to 4 people. Yeah. It's nice, yeah? It's nice. So, the jury is now backstage. I would like to ask you first. Why did you enter the competition, the challenge here? What was the reason why?
Because I saw New Mobility World last time already, 2 years ago, and I was very fascinated about the concept, and I'm very happy that the IAA is moving more towards connectivity. And I mean, it's for us the perfect platform. That's why we wanted to be here, for sure.
It's a great idea from the VDIA. And what about you? What was your reason why you said, I have to be part of this competition?
Because it's just a good chance to train pitching, to meet all these people and let them know that TerraLoupe is existing.
Okay, so how important is networking? I guess you're a pro?
I'm a pro.
Okay, so so tell me, what is the most important knowledge about networking?
You have to be nice.
Nice. Yeah, your answers are very clever all the time. This is, I like that. So what does new mobility mean to you?
Finding new ways and getting in touch with people with similar ideas who also want to build the future of mobility and of the automotive industry, so to say.
So when did you arrive?
Like at the fair?
Yeah, today or yesterday or the day before?
Wednesday.
On Wednesday, okay,
yeah.
So you already, I assume you already had a look around the trip here?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of halls, but yeah.
Okay, so the new mobility world over in hall 3.1,
Mm-hmm.
You liked it?
Of course, it was the best one, by far.
Very good. So you came all the way from the USA to Germany?
Yes.
And?
And I like German food. So very delicious.
Tell me, what kind of German food? We have lots of very...
I like currywurst.
Currywurst?
Yes.
Currywurst, okay. A spicy one or...?
Spicy is good, yeah.
Spicy is good, okay. What about, what else do we have in Germany? Like beer, sure. But do you know currywurst? But do you know bratwurst as well?
I've heard of it, yes.
Yeah, it's...
Maybe I try it.
Yeah, I think it's almost the same, but you will enjoy it. So I have a look, and they're still discussing. So let me start here. Why should the jury? Maybe they hear you now. Why should the jury pick you? A new idea.
Oh, that's a very unfair question.
Why? No.
I mean, obviously, we believe that PACE has the potential.
I will ask the other ones as well. Yeah, you can go. Go
no,
100%.
PACE has the potential, I think, to become the leading independent platform for automotive mobility data going forward. So, yeah, I think that's like can be the basis for a lot of connectivity and digital business for a lot of different parties. We have very many very good B2B discussions with workshops, with insurances, even with automotive manufacturers. So yeah, I think it's a company that has huge potential.
Okay, so they're still discussing.
Yeah, we are the next Google search platform for the environment. So of course we have great potential there. But I really believe that everybody has to win a prize because everybody is on stage already. So we won already. So
Sure, sure.
Why I should win? I'm still on probation, so it should really help me.
Good luck for that. Good luck.
We solve an everyday problem with a product that everyone can use.
Perfect. And now it's all about the currywurst.
Yes. I mean, we already have product market fit. The platform is already being in use, and so we're ready to scale.
Perfect. So I have a look, and René is saying that they're fighting. Really? They're fighting? Wow. So now there is a fifth prize, and the fifth prize is coming from me. Here is a chance for some free promotion.
Yes, please purchase our lock.
Okay, free promotion.
Always good.
Yeah, for the audience can. Free promotion now on stage. This is your.
So you want me to promote?
Yeah, yourself. Yeah, or whatever. It's free promotion. I give it to you. We have the time. So
yeah,
that was.
Check out the website. Check out the product. See if it's something for you.
You have to say, like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
Oh, it's Facebook. Yeah, and Instagram.
And Instagram, and Xing, and LinkedIn, and Google Plus, and whatever you can find. Just like.
Yeah, now we're onto it.
Okay, thank you very much. You were the best audience I ever had, and just join us and make some great apps for cars.
And may I add, not only the best, the most beautiful audience we ever had.
Thank you for joining your Friday evening with us. I think that's actually everything is
Friday,
almost
yeah,
empty.
right.
So thank you for being here, and do the applause.
The last survivors here. Okay, and?
Yes, so we'll be around until Sunday. Happy to continue the discussion. You can find us on the SAP booth. It's booth number 34. And of course, we would be very happy if you visit us on the internet, www.pace.car. And we even offer a discount code if you have a car and you want to make it a smart car. So you can visit us at the booth and get a discount voucher so that you can buy Pace online with a discount.
That's promotion, yes. So, are they ready? Are they ready? Almost? Okay. So maybe we can we see a move on the stage from you, like shooting all of them? Is this possible with a leg? You don't think so? What a pity. So, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? We are ready. Please give a round of applause to our jury. Yay! Yeah, go on this side. Go here. Oh, it's a winner, it's a winner. Okay, all on stage. No, what are you doing? Come in the center, Okay, great. So, now, okay, it's for me. I read it. Okay, I see. Okay. So, you're back. Was it a tough one or was it easy?
It was a very tough one. Very tough one. I mean, that's the reason why we actually looking so exhausted. So we really fought hard. Everyone for his personal favorite, but at the end, we made a decision. There's only one winner.
Great.
But I mean, being here already, everyone is a winner.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
There are something like 400 applications or something like that. See that?
Great. So before I tell now who is the winner, I want to thank, and maybe we can get another round of applause because this is my last day here. Tomorrow I have another show in Cologne. So I'm leaving the fair, and I want to thank the whole crew here for perfect work. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the whole crew. Good job. Thank you. And now it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, a nice picture. So, the winner is, congratulations to TerraLoupe. This one is for you. And we have more prizes. So you can now say some words to the audience.
Thank you so much. It's amazing, and we are really proud. And thank you to the team because they made it possible today. So thanks for you.
Great. So cuddling, and you can celebrate now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end. So it was great having you around here.